would be a good time to do an update video. I'm at the car wash right now to get the outside cleaned. I don't know what happened last night, but it looks really like a, I don't know, dirty rain, I guess you could say. I guess there was a lot of dirt in the air or whatever, or it carried dirt in the rain or whatever the case may be. But so I want to talk about the wrap situation. So I bought one wrap, and then I found out some things about it, and then this is even after all the research I did on different wraps. And I went and got some estimates because you know, I ended up getting a couple of different prices based off of one conversation, and then I started to just, you know, seek out to get other estimates from other people to see what everybody else is offering. And what I found was it kind of ranges, and it's kind of hard to know who is a expert, if you will, about wraps. And everyone has a different opinion. And I can tell you what I did come up with at the end of the day is it's just one big giant sticker. How long is the sticker gonna last, and how much are you willing to put up with? Yes, they have this, what's it called, the PPF wrap, but that's out of my budget. The reason why I even got a wrap in the first place, or was thinking about doing a wrap in the first place, because I wanted, I didn't like when the bumper was put on the car, the color it changed. It went to a more refined silver. I guess the original color, it didn't really good color match, basically is what I'm trying to say. And in the midst of that happening, it was kind of one of those, like, okay, I'll deal with it later. So what ended up happening was I ended up getting the hood done. Once the hood was done, that started to change things, and it became another color as well. So the hood and the bumper is one color. The side where there was an accident, there's one color of silver, is poorly matched, and that was a whole fiasco. The owner of the body shop that had my car initially, to get the repairs done, they were only supposed to just repair the damage, but don't paint it, because I had planned on getting the car wrapped to address the different colors of different tones of silver on the car. And the owner's dad ended up hitting my car, damaging my car, you know, make a long story short. So here we are at the wrap situation, and now it's been crazy. It's just been a couple of things that have happened so far with the car, as far as getting everything taken care of, as far as the getting it back to where it was before and building it better. How do I say it? I don't know where to start, so I'm just gonna try to go off the top of my head, because I didn't plan this. I figured to do a video because I was actually parked and I had some time on my hands. So the car initially went into the shop, and the first body shop, I did do my pedal install. So once they did the pedals, I liked the way that came out. I asked them to address the issue on the bumper. But looking back, if I'd have known that I was gonna run into all these different opinions about the wrap, then I probably would have just painted the car silver and just repainted the car silver, period. Or went with a color change altogether. But that may just be me rambling right now. I'm not sure. But I do feel like so far this has been a very interesting journey. So getting the pedals put on, getting the hood vents cut was supposed to be a part of the deal. Also getting the rear bumper addressed was a part of it as well, where the damage was. However, I think I probably should have told him to just paint the bumper too and repair the bumper. And also, the wing had a lot of glue on it from when it was installed, and that was a pain to get taken off. And I took it back to the shop, well, to the guy that did do the install, and you know, I did tell him about the glue, and that shop did take it off. Another shop took it off, and I was like, hey, I did want to put back on, but I don't want all that glue or whatnot. So I think that was something that didn't really work out. I'm not sure where that was not even addressed when I did have a conversation about it. But that was a part of like the craftsmanship that I had an issue with. Like, you leaving glue on people's car. If I'd have left glue on your car in this hot Texas heat, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like it either. So that was one thing. The other thing was I wanted the car vinyl for some parts in orange, and instead of using vinyl, it was painted. And because it was painted, it started to, you know, I started to learn I had issues with the paint coming off, but he said it was plasti dip, but it started to get on my paint and on my back window because that's where it is. And then on the front bumper, I run into it sometimes when it gets wet. I don't know, some coagulation, I guess, happens with the softness of the paint that they used, and the moisture plus the heat or whatever the case may be. If it rains hard enough, basically, that stuff starts to kind of melt a bit, and that's really worrisome, because that's not something I asked for in the first place. So without that caused me to have an issue, you know, that, hey, you probably should have told me that when you had my car or when you ran into that situation, versus just putting paint on when I was expecting vinyl. Because using paint or plastic dip, as he says, that's a different care process. And I don't think there was enough plastic dip put to where it would peel evenly. Just by looking at it, I could tell over it. It just wasn't done very well. So that was another thing. So the body shop that took the wing off, they were supposed to put the wing back on, but he said, hey, get the car wrapped and then we'll put it back on. And I'm like, well, that's not what I asked for. So that was a something. So running into these other issues, I'm running into to where I ended up purchasing the vinyl, which I purchased Vivid because I did hear Vivid was thick like paint, but then I found out, hey, it's harder for them to work with it. So that was something I learned from the first estimate. So hearing 3 estimates from that person, I decided to go, hey, let me go shop around and see what everyone else is saying, so I can probably get a better idea of how much it actually costs and what are people charging for their wrap. Unfortunately, other than a Google review, you can't really gauge a person's talent when it comes to wrapping a car. Could I wrap my car myself? Probably the doors and the front fender, the trunk, the maybe the back bumper, those flat surfaces. But trying to do my bumper, probably not. And I'm not even sure I would trust myself trying to take on something like that, especially with what, you know, I have, and I had no experience in it. But there are some YouTube videos, but I'm not sure if I'd be comfortable wrapping one part of the car and then drive around and then just wrap piece by piece until I get the whole car done. I could do that, but I want to pay for convenience, you know. I want it done by someone who has experience doing it, you know. So that was the whole point of getting the wrap. So after talking to that guy, I went and talked to a couple of other shops, and again, that's when I ran into, well, dang, you really can't gauge who's really good at what. You just know that they wrap cars. Yeah, I can see your work, but you can't really see any views. And I'm talking addressing this issue in Houston, Texas. The numbers for how much it actually costs to get a wrap, it varies so much of a wide range. I will tell you that it does vary from, some people don't want you to buy the wrap yourself and then ask them to install it. Some people want you to buy the wrap through them, and everyone's labor is different, right? So, and I respect that. I respect your price is your price, but I also appreciate professionalism included in that. So, I don't know. With the wrap, I'm gonna figure something out, and you guys will see what I end up doing. But it's a 10-minute video, me ranting or whatnot about trying to get a wrap in Houston. So actually, how much does it cost to get a wrap in Houston? It ranges from $1,000 to $1,000 if you have the wrap yourself. Some people are charging $1,000 if you buy the wrap from them, but it's kind of like a sponsor thing where, you know, they want you to, you know, be at certain places or pass out their business card or kind of promote them or whatever the case may be. And that's for the guys usually starting out. And for some places that have like a name, it's kind of like paying for the name of who did your wrap is what it boils down to. And you're purchasing what they're known for as far as the reputation. With me and dealing with these different wrap installers, what I'm learning is like you really don't know. You really don't know unless you hang out at these places, or you know these places are known, or you hang out at different meets and meet people and get to see their work. I kind of appreciate the RWB guy now a lot more, because to know that, you know, if you spend a certain amount of money with him, he actually puts the body kit on to make sure it's on perfect, right? So, you know, he'll come to where you are apparently, you know, and do it. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I actually started to appreciate craftsmanship, seeing that and understanding like some people are like perfectionists, you know. And I also understand that some things are trial and error as well. But I think with the wrap thing, that's what it kind of boils down to. It's who do you know? What do you know about the installer? That is it. You know, is the installer good? And what is good? You know, it depends on what you know. And it's kind of one of those where I think I'm just gonna have to take a risk and just go for it. And I think that's about it. That's where I am as far as that wrap situation.